All right, so we are on math page 165. This is lesson 8, session 1. What we are going to be doing in this lesson is subtracting to compare word problems. So last week we did word problems, and word problems are words or math problems that use words that tell a real life story. It's usually a short story, and in the problem they're trying to get us to find an answer to a problem. Okay, sometimes we add, sometimes we subtract. So this week we're going to be subtracting, and our word problems is going to be asking us to compare two numbers. Okay, so something important to think about as we start our lesson. If you are subtracting one number from another number, the number that you are starting with has to be the bigger number, okay? You cannot take 6 away from 4. If you only have 4 to start with, you can't take 6 away. So that's how we know that the smaller number is what goes after the minus sign, okay? I think that makes sense. Like, you can't take 10 away from 2. You only have 2. How can you take 10 away from it, okay? So it's important to remember that rule as we are doing these subtraction problems in these word problems. So on page 165, the very first problem says, there are 4 umbrellas. There are 6 animals. Are there more animals or more umbrellas? Okay, so it wants you to figure out which there is more of. Is there more animals or is there more umbrellas? And it's pretty easy to look at the picture and see which one there's more of. But just because we want to get in the habit of practicing this, go ahead and use your pencil. And I want you to connect one umbrella to each animal and see how many are without an umbrella. So you're going to use your pencil and you're going to draw a line from each umbrella to one animal. All right, so did everybody draw lines from the umbrellas to the animals? Okay, did you run out of umbrellas first or did you run out of animals first? Cameron Hartman?
Umbrellas.
Okay, so that means there are more animals than there are umbrellas, right? Okay, and we also can look at the numbers. 4 umbrellas, 6 animals. We know that 6 is a larger number than 4. So if we are making this a subtraction sentence, the bigger number, 6, take away the smaller number, 4, what would be left? How many animals were without an umbrella, Brinley?
2.
2, good. You're right, 2. 6 minus 4 equals 2. Good. Okay, the next problem is similar to this one. Now it says there are 4 umbrellas. There are 6 animals. Are there fewer animals or umbrellas? So there were more animals in the first one. Now it wants to know, is there fewer umbrellas or fewer animals? Fewer means less than. So if there's more animals, that means there are fewer umbrellas, right, boys and girls?
I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
All right, go to page 166.
166. Is this page 166?
Yep, we're on 166.
5 children play outside. children.
There are 5 children. Your mic should still be muted, boys and girls.
What? Oh,
There are 5 children. There are only 3 rain hats. How many children will not have a rain hat? So there are more kids than there are rain hats available. So you would draw a picture using counters, and you're going to tell me, are there more children or obviously no, we know there's more children. How many children will not have a rain hat? So go ahead and do that. Draw me a picture with counters to show me. You're going to draw a row of 5, a row of 3, and you're going to partner them up. You're going to draw a line. You're going to give each kid a rain hat until you run out of rain hats. And then you're going to see how many kids were left without getting a rain hat.
can I answer?
All right, Cameron Hartman, what do you think?
There's more kids. You need, there's 2 more kids.
Okay, so when you drew 5 counters and you drew 3 counters and you partnered them up, there were 2 left that didn't have a partner, right? Yep. So that means that there were 2 children that would not have a rain hat. We ran out of hats before every child got one. So 2 children would not have a rain hat. So Randy, can you show me your paper, what you did on that one? Page 166. Let me see your paper. Bring it up close. Doesn't look like I see anything. Is that done? Did you do this page?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope so. Make sure you're paying attention. It's very important. You missed a lot of lessons, so it's important now that you're here that you listen and pay attention. All right, page 168 has another problem. This one has green on the top of it. It has a hat with a big flower on it. I want you to do this page on your own. I'll read it to you, and then you're going to solve it on your own. It says there are 5 children. There are only 2 hats. How many children will not have a hat? And it says, please draw to show your work. So you're going to draw me a picture using counters. There are 5 children and only 2 hats. How many will not have a rain hat? Okay, go ahead and draw it, and then we'll talk about it.
Start drawing.
All right. Who would like to share what they did on the page 168? Brindley, let's hear what you did.
I draw 2 rain hats
Okay.
and 5 kids.
Okay.
And do the lines to 2 of the kids. and there was 3 kids without rain hats.
Okay, good. Perfect. Good job. All right, Serenity, turn your camera on so I can see you working, please. Everybody else has theirs on. That's how we do our meetings. Thank you. All right, we are on page 169. This is session 2, 169. It says there are 6 children. There are 4 hats. It has 2 questions. It wants to know, are there more hats or children? And it wants to know how many children do not get a hat. So first question, if there's 6 children and 4 hats, is there more hats or are there more children, Cameron Hartman?
There are more children.
Right. 6 is a bigger number than 4. You're right. And then it says how many children do not get a hat. So you're going to draw 2 rows of counters. Serenity, how many is going to be in your first row of counters? Serenity, turn on your camera and I asked you a question. How many are going to be on your first row of counters?
Three.
Nope, 3 is not one of the numbers. Let me read the problem to you again. There are 6 children. There are 4 hats. So one row is going to have 6 in it. What's the other row going to have in it?
4.
4. So draw me a row of 6. Draw me a row of 4. Make a line to partner them up. And we're going to see how many children do not get a hat.
You need to put that in your lap so it can be a straight damn line.
Cameron, what did you get?
10. But I know the problem.
Okay, tell me it.
There's 2 kids that don't get a rain hat.
Yep, and if we were to write a subtraction problem for this, it would be 6 minus 4 equals 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good. So on page 170, it's going to show you what the book, how they did the problem. And it has a problem for you to fill out or to fill in the blanks. So this is the exact problem we just did. There's a row of 4 and a row of 6. We know that 6 is the biggest number, so it would be first. 6 minus 4 equals, Cameron told us it was 2. And if you look at the picture, you can see there are 2 smiley faces that do not have a hat. So there are 2 children that do not get a hat, and that means there are more children or more hats?
Children.
Children, good. Okay, now we are on page 171. We're going to skip to number 3. Number 3 on 171. Okay, there are 8 books. There are 5 children. How many more books are there? So we have a circle that represents all of the children. We have squares that represent the books. 8 squares.
What page is it? Is it 171?
Yep. So partner those up and you're going to fill in the subtraction sentence because now you're making it a subtraction sentence out of the word problem. So Serenity, if 8 is the big number, how many are we taking away? 8 minus what?
Say it again.
3.
Nope. What number are we taking away? We have 8 books and 5 children. So 8 is our big number and we have to take away that small number. What's the other problem or the other number in the problem, babe?
It's right there. 5.
5.
Okay, so we have 8 books. Take away 5 because that's our small number. And how many does that leave us? How many more books are there than children? Brindley?
8 more books and
8 books total. 5 kids total. So 8 minus 5 equals... If you drew lines, you should have drawn lines from each circle to each square. How many squares do not have a line?
3.
3, yep. There's 3 more books than there are kids. Every single kid got a book and there was still 3 left over. 8 minus 5 equals 3. 3 more books is what that problem should read. Okay? Going to page 172 at the top, number 4. It says there are 9 frogs and there are 5 lily pads. How many more frogs are there? So there are more frogs than lily pads. If you take each circle and put it at one square, there's going to be some leftover circles. Use your pencil and do that. See how many are left after you draw a line from each circle to each square. There's 9 frogs all jumping onto lily pads. There's not enough lily pads. We're trying to figure out how many more frogs are there than lily pads. Kennedy, what did you get for your answer?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
I know it now.
Okay, what is it, Kennedy?
4.
Okay, so if we have 9 frogs, how many are we taking away? What's the smaller number, Cameron? 9 take away what?
5.
Good.
5.
9 take away 5, and Kennedy told us that equals 4. So there are 4 more frogs that do not have a lily pad to sit on. Good. Okay, here's the last one. Page 172 at the bottom of it on page number 5, and it is goldfish. There are 3 fish, and there are 6 fish bowls. How many fish bowls are there? So the fish bowls and the fish have already been matched up. They've been partnered up. So how many total fish bowls are there? Brindley? How many total fish bowls?
6.
6. So that's going to be your first number. How many fish bowls are already taken by fish, Serenity?
How many fish bowls are taken with fish? Meaning how many bowls got fish in it?
6.
How many bowls have fish in it? Tell her.
3.
3. So the problem is 6 minus 3, and we're trying to figure out how many empty bowls are there then. 3 of them have fish. How many more are empty? How many more fish could we get, Kennedy?
3 more.
3. Good. 6 minus 3 equals 3. 3 more fish bowls. Okay. So do not get off yet because I have another thing to talk to you guys about. But we are going to turn to page 173 and 174. You are going to do those 2 pages on your own. They are both green. One has a dog, one has a dog bone. Page 173 and 174 is what you need to do on your own right now. However, we have a meeting. You have a meeting with me, and this meeting is very important, so don't get off yet. I want to tell you your schedule. All right, so it looks like Cameron was supposed to get on at 2:30, and he's not on. So what I'm going to do is have Serenity. I'm going to have you go ahead and stay on with me, honey, since you're on. I have a lot of stuff I need to make up with you since you haven't been on lately. I have some tests I need to do with you and a couple quizzes for you to take. So I'm going to have you stay on, and the rest will get off, and you guys will get on at your scheduled time, okay? So it looks like Cameron, you'll get on at 3:15. Kennedy, you'll get on at 3:30. And Brindley, you'll get on at 3:45, okay?
30.
All right, so Serenity, you're going to stay on. Everyone else is going to get off. I'm going to end my recording. Everybody else will get off, and me and Serenity will have our test, and then I'll see you guys when you get back on. But, hey, before you go play, make sure you finish your math on page 173 and 174, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll see you back on at your time. You know what time you're getting back on?
3:30.
Okay.
3:35.
Good. And Cameron? Oh, he got off. Okay. Let me end the recording. Kennedy and Brindley, you can get off. Serenity's going to wait with me.
Okay.